continue to be faithful to that wife and loving to those children. Continue to be sweet to the one that you proposed and said was your sweetheart. Everywhere I look, there is a need for continuing. Be stable, men. A double-minded man is an error in all of his ways. Make up your mind about God and be stable. Don't let height, nor depth, nor width, nor sickness, nothing move you from what you believe about God. A good man tells the truth. Oh, God, deliver us from what we call little white lies. A good man tells the truth. He tells the truth about him and his relationship with God and his relationship with others. I have several other points. A good man is an honest man. Give an honest day for an honest day's work. A good man is an honest man, and his word is his bond. And then I want to say something else. The man that God admires marries. I said the man that God admires marries. No, we got too many single men. And we have too many wonderful single women. We have too many women who are the single parent of men's children. Men have children on welfare driving around in an Eldorado. A man marries, and I might put in there, and he marries a woman. What on earth do you think our world is going to be like when these little children who are now referring to women as their father, and their fathers are nowhere around? I didn't have a father anywhere around. I had to protect myself. Boys and gangs jumped on me, for I had no father around. And boys who come up with no father, and in an age in which we live where boys are expected to call one woman mother and the other mother father, what can you expect them to be? On the other hand, men who refuse to marry, talking about they don't want the responsibility, well, don't start the fire. Don't start the fire. Don't coach the woman and get her pregnant and then walk up. I don't want the responsibility. You have the responsibility. And I want to let you in on a secret. Men, you have never been hated before like a child hates a man who left he and his mother and walked off. I hated my daddy until I was 24 years old. I hated him with a passion. And one day, when he had no other relatives, when there was no one to look after him, and I was married with a wife, with a child, with a lovely home, and he was an alcoholic, and he had a stroke, and I was called upon to come to the hospital and pick him up. And I had to go to a hospital and pick up a man that I never knew and take him to my house and put him in my guest bedroom. It was something that if I had not been married to my wife, I couldn't have done. For I hated the man who had the audacity to give birth to me and leave my mama with 4 children. You don't know the agony you've caused. Go back to your sons. Go back to your children. Be God's kind of a man. I have several other points here. Number 1, he clings to his wife. That ain't an easy job. Nobody has suggested that it was easy to be a husband in times like these, with wives who are insisting on being the husband. But I tell you one thing, it's worth it all. I wouldn't want it no other kind of way. In a few minutes, I'll go home, and one of the joys of my life is I can get undressed and take a shower and get into bed with a woman I love. And ain't that good news? God fixed it up for us. And when he fixed up a she for a he, if you've never experienced it, you've got the best thing yet to come. Finally, a man that God is pleased with works. I had a girl come in my office and she said, "Pastor, you have to cancel my wedding." I said, "Why?" She said, "Well, we're not under the same sign astrologically." She said, "He's Scorpio and I'm Leo or something." And I said to her, what, let me ask you a few other signs. Does he have a job? She said, "Yes, he has a job. He'll bring check on." That's a good sign. And finally, a God-fearing man takes care of his own. My mama told me, you can mess around if you want and have a child out of wedlock, but you are going to take care of it. It was never designed that taxes from my pocket would take care of your child. It was designed that you take care of your child. And they're great and marvelous rewards. My son is a pastor of a church. Look at the reward that I had when I saw him finish from USC, finish from Biola Talbot Seminary, called to a church, installed in the church, on the bishop's council. My boy, my daughter, finished from Westmount, finished from George Washington Law School, 23 years old, assistant counsel to the chief counsel of Merrill Lynch, 23 years old, making $60,000 a year. My girl, my boy down in Florida, a double engineer. My boy, be done with bars and whiskey and women and raise your children. That's what God has designed to bless you for. May you have a happy Father's Day. Find your child.
Thank you for joining Pastor Hill.